brings healing to maybe our hurts from the past.
Sure.
But the Lord is good, and everything He does is good.
Very good. I was going to ask you, Travis, when it comes to the family, do you feel that the spirituality of today's American family is not doing well? There's something not right? There's too much internet, too much, going on?
Yeah, certainly there are significant issues, pornography, drugs, alcohol, gangs. I mean, there's all these things. But it goes back to what I said earlier. There's this void, and we want acceptance. And people will do so much just to be accepted, to be loved. And the message of the good news, the message that Jesus went around, as you said, just teaching and wanting to communicate, is that, listen, you don't need to get your act together. You don't need to change yourself and then be accepted by God. That's what religion says, right? But Jesus says, follow me. Come, follow me, and I will change you. So when we say yes to Jesus, we're accepted. We're accepted, we're loved, not because of our performance, because of the performance of Jesus. And that is such an empowering message. I mean, our culture wants to know about, we want to be empowered, and Jesus is the one who says, I will empower you with the Spirit of the living God that wants to dwell in anyone that says yes to Jesus.
Just kind of wondering, Travis, what kind of help does the family need today to really get back on the right track again? Is it to go to church more often? To youth groups necessary? Can you tell us?
So we were created for community, So for a parent that's struggling with their kids right now, one of the best decisions that they can make is say, you know what, I'm going to get involved. I'm going to get involved in a church that loves Jesus, and here's why. A parent loves their kids, one of the best things they can do for kids is to take care of themselves, to take care of their soul. Jesus says, if you want to find your life, you're going to lose it. But if you lose your life for me, for the gospel, there you will find it. So oftentimes we put the focus on our kids, but I tell people, Jesus says, focus on you, focus on your spirituality, and then it will leak. Your example.
Oh, I see. Very good.
And kids.
The example then.
Oh yeah, kids, the youth watch us more than they will listen to us. So a parent's example is huge. So I would encourage a parent to say, get connected to a local church. Why? Because we're created for community. And there's a power to know that we're not alone. That's another value of the church at First Baptist, is no one stands alone. It breaks the heart of God to know that there's a person out there trying to do life by themselves without any help. And the church has resources, the church has people to walk with you, to pray with you. It's when the church is working just a little bit right. I know the church does a lot of things that are just have been hurtful and painful, but when the church does it a little bit right, man, it is breathtaking. It is breathtaking.
So it's really up to the parents, Travis, to set a good example.
Yes.
I mean, you can't be drinking in the house and using marijuana, because that doesn't do any good for the kids, watching all that. And, don't you think so? It's the example you have to set.
Exactly.
You got to and unfortunately, like marijuana is a big thing in Colorado now.
It is.
And
heroin is a big issue right here.
I was going to ask you about that. Why do you think that's such a problem? The opioids, marijuana, heroin. Do you have any idea why you think that is?
Well, some of peer is huge. Because again, it goes back to we want to feel what's missing, and we don't even know what that is. But we're trying this and we're trying this, and the good news of Jesus Christ is, listen, it's me. Jesus is the one that heals our broken heart. Jesus gives acceptance. So when someone says yes to Jesus, here's what happened. They're totally forgiven of all their sins. They're completely accepted by God. They don't have to prove themselves anymore. They're totally accepted. They're deeply loved. That's what not just the youth are looking for, it's what adults are looking for. They're looking for forgiveness, acceptance, and love. And all that is in the person and the work of Jesus Christ, which I get to help people connect to Jesus.
Very good. I was going to say,
But back to heroin, it is an issue.
Yeah, it's a terrible thing.
And I tell people, like, I've never done heroin. Yeah. I've never had a child with heroin, but I have had a stepbrother who was addicted to heroin. Oh. So I can have some empathy with people, with parents, with family members who are going through heroin. It is. Right. It's a horrible drug.
Sure. And the government doesn't help much in Colorado to say that marijuana is okay. Because I hear on I-80, there's the Highway 80 out there, there's so many accidents on that highway each day because of people, dozing off, not knowing what they're doing anymore. So that's a big mistake, I think, making it legal.
Well, whether it's that, but the Bible says the person who trusts in themselves, which a lot of the world says, oh, that's what you should do. But the Bible says if you trust in yourself, you're foolish. Yeah. But rather trust in God. Put your hope in God.
Right. I was going to say now. What particular programs do you have for youth there in your church?
We have
for everybody. I mean,
Well, our vision for youth is we want to see them have a lasting faith. So many kids maybe go to church, but when they graduate from high school, they leave.
Yeah, they take off.
I mean, and so we want to work. So we want to get them connected to other generations. We want to get them involved in service. So we have things like social events. We have how to understand to read the Bible. I mean, some of us are like, listen, I read the Bible. I don't even understand it. Come and learn. We'll show you. But here's some other things that we do is. Part of going back to seeking the shalom, the peace of the city, is we have a soup kitchen that we partner with that 20 to 40 people every day. Wow. Like right now, today we'll have that many people. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, we have a homeless shelter during the winter months that we partner with the Brewster Emergency Shelter. And because we believe that we want to have a heart for the poor. God has a heart for the poor. So we want to be for what God's for. And so those are some of the things.
Do you have English speaking classes?
That's another thing is we help the Spanish speaking community to learn English. So we're really just, again, we want people to trust in Jesus, but we also know that seeking the shalom is the mental, the emotional, the physical part. And we also get involved in the community. Coming up in April, Easter, we always have our annual egg hunt.
Oh, and
in the summers we have a vacation Bible school for kids. We have a soccer camp for those that I just love soccer. We bring some great coaches. Like in the fall, we got this ragamuffin where people dressed up in costumes and we walk down the main street, get candy. So all that stuff. If you just go to our website, which I think might be on the screen, but it's brewsterchurch.com, or just call the church and say what's going on. We like Christmas morning, this is one of my highlights, is we served breakfast to anyone who needed a meal.
Wow.
The people are lonely on Christmas, especially if they have no family.
Sure, no family. Yeah.
We get the word out, they come, because God has a heart for the poor.
Yeah.
And the church is an extension of God. And so,
very nice.
So those are some of the things that we get involved in the community.
And who prepares the meals? Do people volunteer?
Well, it really depends on the event, but sometimes it's outside.
Like for today, if there's lunch today.
Oh, we a wonderful organization, Putnam Cap.
Oh, yes, Putnam Cap.
So we let them use.
Very good.
They come in, and so they do that. But like on the Christmas morning breakfast, like people in the church would prepare the meal.
Very nice. Well, listen, we ran out of time.
Oh, wow.
So Travis, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
It was really great.
Thank you.
And I think the people learned an awful lot about your church. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Take care now.
Yeah.